Yeah, Gossen Mortigan, you scoundrels! Good morning. Today we're going to beam over to... Oh, I'm already beamed over to the Shield Maiden. So what we're going to do is talk about butane stove. So what I did is I built a half-inch plywood top for on top of my old stove here. Not that I don't like it, and it does work. The only difference is the butane stove is small, and I can and really light, and I can set it up on there, do my cooking, and then throw the butane stove in a drawer. And this way I keep a lot of counter space, because obviously in the van, I don't have a lot of counter space, right? So that's why I'm doing it this way. And then there's the, gravity feed water that I did in one of the other videos. So now what we'll do is we'll walk over to the butane stove. And it's brand new. So we'll open her up. Boom. And see, this is what I mean. It's a little hard to do with one hand, but the stove being so light that, I can do a lot of it with one hand. So we'll just throw this over there. Bring this stove up here. Okay. So what we're going to do is you have to take this top plate out and just turn it over, because that's got the brackets on it to hold your frying pan or whatever you're cooking on, your pot or frying pan. Boom. Okay. A real simple stove. This is a Martin I got from Home Hardware for, by the time I got 4 of these butane bottles, the 4 was $10. They're 130 minutes per bottle, so basically over 2 hours per bottle, and I got 4 or 5 bottles, 4 bottles for $10, so that's going to last easily a month. So $10 a month. I believe that I would use more than $10 a month in propane, or close to it, even with the big stove. So the way it works is you pop this. There's a hole where you stick your thumb in there. You pop that open, and you take your bottle. There, you take the red lid off, which is there. So I'm just gonna, because I'm one-handed, do that. Now the really important thing with these stoves that a lot of people bend stuff is you got to realize that on these bottles you can see that notch on the end of the bottle. That notch has to line up with the notch in that notch has to line up. Okay, this is hard because I'm having to look at the camera and the thing with the notch in the stove. So that's very important. So let's just see here if I can get her done. There, I believe I got it. Then you just put it in like that, and I believe I got it in there. So okay, so now I'll just show you. So I push the bottle in, and that notch is right underneath this little hinged thing here, and that locks it in there. So now we'll turn the stove to the side. See, and we will close it there. And now I've never lit in this thing before, so what we do next is you have to push this lever here. See this lever? This lever you have to push down, and that engages the bottle. There, boom. I think I got it. Okay, I think I'm okay. Just want to blow myself up here, which I doubt will happen. And then what you do is you take and turn the dial till it clicks. Maybe we'll wait a minute, let the butane. There you go. Oh, well, that was nice. And then you fire up it, and then you just turn the knob. You turn the knob to lower the flame or raise the flame, and you get a nice hot flame. Well, I turned the knob too far. So yeah, because it's hard when I'm watching the camera and the flame. There we go. So that's the Martin butane stove. And with the bottles and the stove and everything was about, let's just say $40. But man, so nice. It's so light. You can take it out on your picnic table. You can use it in your RV. You can, you know, it just so much more convenient, I'd have to say. So we'll shut that off because I don't want it to get too hot. And then when you shut it off, what you got to do is to disengage the bottle inside so you don't have an accidental leak, is you take this lever and you push it upwards. And now it's released the bottle, sorry. And then you can open the side door and you can pull the bottle out. Very simple. So you can see it's a really nice, easy, simple system. So, you know, just like, in my opinion, it's just another backup. You have the propane, you have the butane. You know, I do have the Coleman 2-burner stove, propane stove with a bottle, but then, you know, those things are quite heavy. You got to start lugging them around, and they're like 2 feet long and a foot wide. I mean, sure you can, but this here, you know, you can just grab it with one hand. You know, grab it with one hand, and away you go. So that's why I like this unit, and I recommend it, especially now. You know, the vanners don't have the wide body van like I got, have even less room. So, you know, this thing, you can literally, you know, flip this over like this for storage there, and that thing is thin enough. It fits in into just about any drawer, so which will be really nice. So I'm excited about it. It's one of the upgrades that I'm doing. And then another thing I did inside here, you guys might be interested, is like I have that big window up front there, up top, that skylight window, and I just cut a nice piece of Reflectix for it, because I found that when the sun hits it just right, you know, it's going to cook all my upholstery. So in the winter it's not as bad, but yeah. So I just made Velcro stuck on Velcro, and then put it up there. So that'll be nice and convenient too. So that was Martin Butane Stove. Stove!